I hope this video finds you doing well, happy, and healthy. We are going to do a little activity today. So I am going to need you to get a piece of paper. Do it, get it right now. Piece of paper and a pencil. Okay, so your chart should look like this. So at the top, you have solid, number of faces, number of edges, and number of vertices, which you all just learned about what those mean. Along the side, underneath the solid, you're gonna have cube, rectangular prism, triangular prism, pentagonal prism, hexagonal prism, square pyramid, triangular pyramid, pentagonal pyramid, and hexagonal pyramid. We are going to go over what each of those things are. And remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. Look, my lines aren't straight. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just make the chart so we can get the job done. First of all, we're going to go over the difference between a pyramid and a prism. So right here, we have what is called a triangular prism. Right here is a triangular pyramid. So the difference is in a prism, there are two bases, and whatever shape that base is, that is what it is called. So this base, both of these bases are triangles. So they come together and meet, so that is called a triangular prism. Now, right here, we have what is called a pentagonal prism, because both of the bases are a pentagon, and then using rectangles, they come together making a prism. A pyramid is, there's one base versus two. So as you can see, this base is a triangle. You all should know that. And then they all just come to a point in a pyramid. Same thing here. It is a pentagon. The base is a pentagon. And then all comes into one point. Okay, I am going to go through each one of these shapes, and I'm going to go over the number of faces, the number of edges, and the number of vertices each one of them has. All you need to do is follow along, pay attention, and on the paper you just made with this table, you are going to fill it in as we go. I will show you the first one. Okay, so the first shape we have on our list is a cube. As you can see right here, I have a cube. They are all squares, all even sides, so it is a cube. We are going to first count the number of faces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 on all 4 sides. So you have 4 so far. 1 on top, 5, 1 on bottom, 6. Next, we will go over the number of edges. So that is where 2 of the sides come to the same place, and it creates what is called an edge. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the top. We just did all of the top. Then we have 5, 6, 7, 8. We just did all the ones on the side. Then we have the bottom, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And lastly, we are going to go over the number of vertices. So it's where it comes to a point, where all 3 sides come to a point. Here we have on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. The only other place is on the bottom, where 3 come to a point. So we had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what you should have been doing is, as I was going over that cube, when I went over the number of faces, you would write the total number of faces, which we knew was 6 because I demonstrated it. Then the number of edges, which I talked about, and we got 12. Then the number of vertices, we got 8. So next I'm gonna go over the rectangular prism, and I'm not gonna go over this chart. You just need to follow along as I go over the number of faces, the number of edges, and the number of vertices, and fill it in on your own chart. Then you're going to do the same thing with each of the following shapes that I go over. Next, we are going to go over the rectangular prism. This is the one exception to the base is the name of the shape because the bases are squares, but it's not a cube, it's a rectangular prism. So first we will go over the faces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each of the sides, then the top and the bottom, the two bases. Remember, as I'm going through these things, you should be following along on your chart or writing it in. Next, we'll go over the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4. So where each of the sides connect, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Lastly, we need to go over the vertices. 1, remember, vertices are where the three come to a point. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here's a little trick for you. When it comes to these prisms, you can just always know that the vertices are going to be where the bases are. There's not going to be any around here because it's always going to be on the bases. Okay, next we have our triangular prism. The bases are triangles, so it is a triangular prism. First, we'll go over the faces. 1, 2, 3, and then each side, 4, 5, or each base. So the face is 5. Edges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And lastly, the vertices. Remember, it's where they're on the bases. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, we have our pentagonal prism. The bases are pentagons, so it's a pentagonal prism. So first, we'll go over the faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, here's a little helpful tip. Whatever the shape is, how many sides they have, that's how many faces are going to be around in a prism, and then you just need to add on 2 more for each of the bases. Okay, so first we just did our faces. Now we will do our edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Lastly, we have our vertices. Remember, you can just go straight to the bases and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, next we're going to go over our hexagonal prism. So the bases are hexagons. So hexagonal prism. And if you want to use the trick that I just taught you, hexagons have 6 sides. So you know there's going to be 6 around, 6 faces around, 6, 7, 8. And then the edges are the same, 6 around. And then we'll just need to count the bases. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Next, vertices, which you can just go straight to the base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So vertices, 12. Okay, as previously stated, with pyramids, it's 1 base instead of 2, and then all the other sides, regardless of what the base shape is, all the other sides are going to be triangles that meet into 1 point. So if we're going to count our faces, we have 1 for our base, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know a square has 4 sides, so it's going to have 4 faces plus the base. So it's always just how many sides plus 1. So 5. Then let's go over our edges. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So same thing, you just know there's going to be 4 and then the amount on the base. Next, our vertices. We can just go to where 3 come to a point. So obviously we have the top, so 1, because actually more than 3 come to a point there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's our next pyramid. Here's the base. Can you guess what the name is? gonna be, you got it, triangular prism. So we know 3 sides. So for faces, 1, 2, 3, 4. Edges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vertices, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, since you're starting to get the hang of it, we can basically just cruise. Here we have a pentagon. The base is a pentagon, so we have a pentagonal prism. So we know there are 5 sides. So faces, we're gonna have 5 on the top and 1 for the bottom. So faces, we're gonna have 6. Edges, same thing. We're gonna have 5 around the top, and then we just need to count the edges on the base. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Vertices, same thing. You're gonna have 1 for each of the points on the base. So right here we have 5 plus the one at the top, 6. So vertices, 6. Last but not least, what shape is this? A hexagon. So we have our hexagonal pyramid. We know there are 6 sides. So for faces, there's for sure gonna be 6 plus the 1, 7. Edges, 6 plus 6 because of these edges. So we have our edges will be 12. Vertices, there's gonna be 6 on our base and 1 at the top. So 7, vertices 7. Well, I hope you were following along carefully and filling in your chart because now you are going to have an assignment on Canvas that's gonna be graded. Good luck.